So, this impressive grid of 2 dream Hondas comes into order, ready for this 15-minute race. Outside, 15 minutes of Honda the ALP3 racing to go, and a good start from Birkinshaw. Great race at the end of the
The Honda Vtec Challenge has been around for a number of years. You may have heard of the Vtec Challenge before, but this season is a new version of the Vtec Challenge, and we're trying to make it bigger and better than it's ever been before.
We were at the first race meeting, I think, for the Vtec Challenge when the other guy ran it, and then it's been and it's gone, and you know, it got quiet, and then what Jim's doing now I think is brilliant.
Yeah, the rules this season are they've been simplified a lot.
Basically, my intentions were to make a series. If you've got a Honda race car, regardless of state of modification, this is the place to come and race it.
So my name's Ben Griffiths, got a Honda Accord Type R, pretty standard car. Racing experience is like, I did a full season last year basically, that's it.
Rob Birkinshaw, it's a Honda Integra DC5, TDI North built 2.2 motor, running on throttle bodies, short ratio gears, etc, etc.
My name's William, this is my Honda Civic Type R EP3, it's supercharged.
My name's Chris Sparks. I drive the Honda Civic EK with the Williams livery. It's in Class S, which is a turbo car. It's a B18 C4 with a built bottom end and a simple turbo setting. It's for anybody. We've got people who have done 20 years and we've got people who have done 2 and 3 rounds.
No, it's definitely an all-round series. I think a lot of us are quite new. I think Jason Evans in his EP3, I think he's the same as me. I think he did his R's last year. Andrew, my mate he's got the blue EK. He did his R's between Thruxton and Silverstone last year, and we built him a car in that gap, and he's out racing now. So
I mean, obviously I've started in this apart from a bit of time attack. It's a good place for beginners to race. There's the novice right up to full experience.
You don't have to be a pro, you don't have to be seasoned. This is somewhere you could take your first novice cross adventure into.
Anyone can get involved in the Vtec Challenge, from someone who's never raced before down to people that have got years and years of racing experience. The Vtec Challenge is a family atmosphere. The atmosphere in the paddock is just as important as the racing out on the track to us.
This series compared to hill climbs is a lot better. It's the paddock really that is the main difference. In sprints and hill climbs nobody wanted to tell you anything, whereas everybody here is helping. Like we did with Ben's car before the first race. There was 10 of us trying to fix one car.
it's great, everyone's friendly, everyone gets on. I don't think there's anybody who doesn't fit in really, you know. There's all sorts of characters from all sorts of different walks of life, it's brilliant.
I would recommend this series to anybody, especially people starting out, as I did last season, as everybody's more than willing to help you along and make you quicker.
Vtec Challenge is quite a bit different to some other series. It's a good friendly place to be, clean racing, very little contact. It's a good atmosphere, yeah.
So we've gone down the class structure on a power to weight basis. So we've gone with 210 brake horse per tonne for the bottom class for Class B to cater for your lightly modified cars. Then we've gone to the 270 brake horse per tonne to get your heavily modified cars. And then the Class S is basically anything goes as long as you fit within the MSA regulations for racing. Come and play.
When you're being chased or you're chasing, you do drive a lot quicker than you think you can. And even now we get quicker all weekend and you just chase the faster car in front. So yeah, it does make you a better driver.
The more you get out there and racing experience, the more you will learn, and the drivers with the experience in the series are more than happy to pass on their tips to help people with the driving to progress as a driver in a racing situation.
I used to get a lot of nerves. And you get to get a shaky clutch foot when you're lining up. I used to get all that, and things sort of start calming down. And as you race more, time slows down and everything happens in slow motion, and you start really focusing on the finer details, and a few seasons down the line, everything slows down, and it's really amazing how much more detail you can pick up.
When I first started racing, it was more actually trying to calm the car down for, you know, for a 15-20 minute stint more than just single lap time. But obviously gradually after probably years experience, lap times for sure improved, yeah.
The transition from track days to racing is a big step to take. It's a completely different scenario. Unless you've raced, you don't know what to expect. But the Vtec Challenge is the place to do that because it's somewhere that you can feel safe and secure to make that step into racing.
Track days to racing is a big leap. Track days are really popular now, so you get a lot of track day heroes who obviously think of themselves quite highly, and it's quite right. Sticking in a lap time is not necessarily the hardest thing in the world, but once you get on a race circuit and you got people and you got pressure and you got people who are just as fast as you or faster, and then you put pressure on yourself, stuff happens.
From track days to racing, the biggest difference is physically racecraft, basically, yeah. You know, being on a track day, letting each other pass, the big difference is racecraft, yeah. Not necessarily speed, just racecraft, yeah.
The biggest transition for me was getting used to the nerves of having 20 cars sat around you and you all go, and they're flying past and you're braking, and as soon as that first time you've done that, you just can't wait to get out there.
The personal evolution and learning how to race and build racecraft is just, it's a whole nother thing. It just brings a whole nother level of joy to driving a car compared to just doing lap after lap after lap on a track day. So if anyone's doing track day and you're getting bored of it, go get your race license, you just won't regret it.
If you'd like to get involved in the Vtec Challenge, we have a website which is vtec-challenge.co.uk, where you'll find all the regulations, documents, entry forms, email address, phone number, everything's on there. But the general running of the series is done through our Facebook page, which is the Dream on the Vtec Challenge.